video we are going to study properties of inverse trigonometric functions and questions based on the properties. Okay, let's study the properties first. Sin inverse of 1 by x is cosec inverse x. Cos inverse of 1 by x is sec inverse x. And tan inverse of 1 by x is cot inverse of x. Conditions for x are given here. But let's remember like this. Cosec is a reciprocal of sine. So whenever we have to write cosec inverse x, we have to write sine inverse. And we have to write the reciprocal of this term 1 by x. Similarly, sec inverse x is cos inverse of reciprocal of this term, which is 1 by x. Tan inverse 1 by x is cot inverse of reciprocal of this term 1 upon x. Okay. Next property is sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is pi by 2. Okay. Now the next property we have used while solving the questions on finding the principal values. So sin inverse of minus x, tan inverse of minus x, cosec inverse of minus x, they all are minus, and then remove this minus sign here. Sin inverse of x, tan inverse of minus x is minus tan inverse x. Cosec inverse of minus x is minus cosec inverse x. Remember, which are these functions? Sin inverse, tan inverse and cosec inverse, for which principal value lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Earlier we have used this result to solve the questions on finding principal values like this. Sin inverse of say minus 1 by 2 will be minus sin inverse of 1 by 2. So what we have to find is sin inverse of 1 by 2. That is the angle for which sin is 1 by 2, which is pi by 6, like this. Okay. Next is for sec inverse, cot inverse and cos inverse. So cos inverse of minus x, sec inverse of minus x and cot inverse of minus x, for which principal value lies between 0 to pi. It becomes pi minus, now remove the minus sign from here. Cot inverse of x, here it is pi minus cos inverse x and pi minus sec inverse x. Earlier we have used the properties. How? Let's solve one question. If we have to find out cos inverse of say minus 1 by root 2. So using this property, what is the value? It is pi minus cos inverse x. So pi minus cos inverse of 1 by root 2, and 1 by root 2 we get for cos of pi by 4. So cos inverse of 1 by root 2 is pi by 4. So that becomes pi minus pi by 4, which is 3 pi by 4. See, using the properties, it becomes very simple to find the principal values. Only proof of the properties are deleted this year. But learn the properties. That will make very simple to solve such types of questions. Okay, let's see next property. Next property is very useful while solving questions based on tan inverse. And we have used this property in finding derivatives of tan inverse like functions. So what is that property? Let's study the property first. First one is a tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. But we have to remember the conditions here. The conditions are x and y are positive. Greater than 0 means they are positive. But the condition for xy, the product of these two values, that value should be less than 1. So, and if this is greater than 1, see what it becomes is pi plus the same value here. Pi plus tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. And how we get the value? See here, the values are x and y, and in between we have plus sign. So in the numerator we have to add these terms x plus y. In the denominator, first term is always 1. Change the sign, write the product. Okay. Similarly for minus sign also. If in between we have minus sign, numerator becomes now x minus y. In the denominator, first term is always 1. Change the sign here, and product of these two terms is right here. Okay. See, for minus, no condition for xy is given here. X and y are positive. Okay, let's revise this condition. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse of y is tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. whenever x and y are greater than 0, but we have to check for xy. If xy is less than 1, then only we can use the property. And if xy is greater than 1, then we get this value. And what happens if xy equal to 1? See, if xy is equal to 1 condition is not given here. If xy is equal to 1, what happens is 1 minus 1. So that becomes 0. So tan inverse will not be defined. Tan pi by 2 is not defined. So in that case, that value will be pi by 2. Okay. Let's solve questions first of all based on this tan inverse type property. So let's solve this question. Prove that tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy plus tan inverse of y minus z upon 1 plus yz plus tan inverse of z minus x upon 1 plus zx is equal to 0. I have written left side here. When we see the question, we feel that it will be very difficult question. But that is not the case. Just now we have studied that the property for tan inverse. Tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. In the properties, I have written this as left side and this as right side. But since I am using the property interchanging left and right side, so that's why I have written the property like this. So what are the conditions? Here we have minus sign, then 1 is here, change the sign, product of these two terms. Then, it should be minus sign here. Then that is tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y. Okay. Now, here we have tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy. So that becomes tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y. Next one becomes tan inverse of y minus tan inverse of z. And for the next bracket, we have tan inverse of z minus tan inverse of x. Now you can see that the terms get cancelled. Here we have tan inverse x and here it is minus tan inverse x. Similarly, these two terms, they have minus and plus sign and the terms are same. Similarly, these two terms. So we get 0 equal to right hand side. See, very simple question. It carries only 2 marks because we are using the property. So to write the property, 1 mark will be given, and to write this simplification, 1 mark will be allotted. Okay. Let's solve questions based on properties of tan inverse. So the first question given is, prove that tan inverse of 1 by 2 minus tan inverse of 1 by 4 equal to tan inverse of 2 by 9. Now the left hand side is in the form tan inverse x minus tan inverse of y, and the property is tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y equals to tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus xy. So let's write left hand side and let's use this property. So left hand side is tan inverse of 1 by 2 minus tan inverse of 1 by 4. So that becomes tan inverse of 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 4. So that is tan inverse of 4 minus 2 upon 8, 1 plus 1 by 8. I have not taken the LCM as the denominator is 8 in the numerator and denominator both. So we can cancel that. So that's why I have written not taking the LCM. So this becomes 2 by 8 divided by 8 plus 1, that is 9 by 8. Now both the numerator and denominator have denominator as 8. So it get cancelled and we get the value as tan inverse of 2 by 9, which is right hand side. So whenever we have minus sign, so we don't have to think about xy. But if it is plus sign, then we have to check values of xy. If xy is less than 1, then we have another property, and if xy is greater than 1, the result is different. Okay, let's solve some questions like this. Prove that tan inverse of 1 by 2 plus tan inverse of 1 by 3 equal to pi by 4. Now here the left hand side is in the form tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. So we have to check the values of xy. Xy is product of these two terms, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, 1 by 6, which is less than 1. So this becomes tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So let's use the property. So using the property, this term becomes tan inverse of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 upon 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. So that is tan inverse of 3 plus 2 upon 6 divided by, this will be 1 minus 1 by 6, so that becomes 6 minus 1 by 6. Now this 6 and 6 that get cancelled, so this becomes tan inverse of 5 by 5, which is tan inverse of 1, and tan is 1 for pi by 4. So tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4, which is right hand side. I think this question also carries 2 marks, as we are using the property and we are simplifying the terms. Consider this question. Prove that tan inverse of 1 plus tan inverse of 2 plus tan inverse of 3 equal to pi. So the left hand side is tan inverse of 1 plus tan inverse of 2 plus tan inverse of 3. Now let's take these two terms together first. So that is in the form tan inverse x plus tan inverse of y. Let's write the property first. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So whenever it is tan inverse x plus tan inverse of y, we have to check the value of xy. Now here xy is 1 into 2, that is 2, which is greater than 1. So the property now is pi plus, then we have to write the term. So pi plus tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So whenever it is greater than 1, we have to write pi plus and then the same value, tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So using the property, here we have tan inverse of, I have to write first pi plus tan inverse of 1 plus 2 divided by 1 minus 1 into 2. We are adding these two terms, and the third term tan inverse of 3 is as it is. So that becomes pi plus tan inverse of 1 plus 2, that is 3, 1 minus 2 plus tan inverse of 3. So that is pi plus tan inverse of 3 upon minus 1 plus tan inverse of 3. So pi plus tan inverse of minus 3 plus tan inverse of 3. But we have written one more property, as tan inverse of minus x is always minus tan inverse x. So tan inverse of minus 3 becomes now minus tan inverse of 3, minus tan inverse of 3 plus tan inverse 3 as it is, and these two terms get cancelled and we get pi, that is equal to right hand side. Now let's solve a long answer type question. So prove that tan inverse of 1 by 5 plus tan inverse of 1 by 7 plus tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse of 1 by 8 is equal to pi by 4. So I have written the left hand side, and the second step just I have changed these two terms. I have written tan inverse 1 by 3 first and tan inverse 1 by c after that. Now you can take any two terms here. So we are using the property for tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. So let's take these two terms together and these two terms together, and let's use the property that tan inverse of x plus y plus tan inverse of y. So, but before using the property, let's check the value of xy. If you take any two values, the numbers are already less than 1, so their product is also less than 1. Take any two terms. So here this product of these two terms becomes 1 by 15, which is less than 1. Here also it is 1 by 56, which is less than 1. So the property says that this is tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So we are using this property thrice. How? First of all, we are using this property for first two terms, then the last two terms, and again we are getting tan inverse plus tan inverse. So again we will be using the same property. So that's why this question carries 4 marks. So, and it is already asked earlier in board exams. So this becomes 1 by 5 plus 1 by 3 upon 1 minus product of these two terms, that is 1 by 3 into 1 by 5 plus tan inverse. Now taking these two terms together, this becomes 1 by 7 plus 1 by 8 upon 1 by 7 into 1 by 8. So let's write the term here. Tan inverse. Now simplifying the terms, here we get 3 plus 5 divided by 5 into 3, that is 15. In the denominator we have 1 minus 1 by 15 plus tan inverse. This gives us 8 plus 7 divided by 7 into 8, that is 56. And here it is 1 minus 1 by 56. So that is tan inverse of 3 plus 5, that is 8 upon 15 divided by 15 minus 1. So that becomes 14 by 15 plus tan inverse of 8 plus 7, 15 upon 56 divided by 56 minus 1. So which is 55 upon 56. Now this 15 get cancelled here, here 56 get cancelled. First let's write the terms and then we will simplify it. So that becomes tan inverse of 8 by 14 plus tan inverse of 15 by 55. So to make the number smaller, let's divide here by 2 and here by 5. So that becomes tan inverse dividing by 2, we get this as 4 by 7 plus tan inverse of here dividing by 5, we get 3 by 11. So again it is in the form tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So let's check the value of xy, whether it is less than 1 or greater than 1. So product of these two terms becomes 4 into 3, 12 by 77, less than 1. So we will be using the same property again, which is written here. So that becomes tan inverse of 4 by 7 plus 3 by 11 upon 1 minus 4 by 7 into 3 by 11. Now let's simplify this. So this becomes tan inverse of 44, 4 into 11. So that is 44 plus 7 into 3 is 21 divided by 77 divided by, this will be 1 minus 12 by 77. So that gives us 77 minus 12 divided by 77. So 77 get cancelled and the simplification gives us tan inverse of adding the terms. We get 65 divided by 77 minus 12 is also 65. So that becomes tan inverse of 1. Now tan of pi by 4 is 1. So tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4, and which is our right hand side. So we are using the same property thrice. So that's why this question carries 4 marks. Consider this question. Prove that 2 cot inverse of 3 by 2 plus sec inverse of 13 upon 12 equal to pi by 2. So in the left hand side we have 2 cot inverse of 3 by 2 plus sec inverse of 13 upon 12. Now how to solve this question? So let's convert cot inverse into tan inverse. So what was the property? So whenever we have to write cot inverse in terms of tan inverse, write the reciprocal of this term. So that becomes 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. And sec inverse we can convert it into cos inverse. So cos inverse of 12 by 13. Now we have to add these terms. So 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. So first let's simplify 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. So how we can do it is 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. 2x is x plus x. So we have to add the terms, the same term. So here we have 2 into the term. So we can add the term tan inverse of 2 by 3 plus tan inverse of 2 by 3, which is 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. So using the same property, here the product of these two terms becomes 4 by 9, which is less than 1. So that's why we can write this as tan inverse of 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 divided by 1 minus product of these two terms, that is 2 by 3 into 2 by 3. So that becomes tan inverse of, now denominator is same here. So adding the numerators we get 2 plus 2, that is 4 upon 3 divided by 1 minus, here we have to multiply these two terms. So it becomes 4 upon 9. So tan inverse of 4 upon 3 divided by 9 minus 4, that is 5 by 9. So tan inverse of 4 upon 3 into 9 upon 5. So here dividing this 9 by 3, we get the term as tan inverse of 12 by 5. So adding the terms tan inverse of 2 by 3 plus tan inverse of 2 by 3. Now this is value of first term, 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. Now for the second term also, let's convert this term into tan inverse. Now how to do that? So this is only for first term. Now we are writing the second term. The second term is cos inverse of 12 by 13. We want the term as tan inverse of some number. So to write this as tan inverse, let's take the angle as alpha. So cos inverse of 12 by 13 equal to alpha. That means what? 12 by 13 equal to cos of alpha. So transfer this cos inverse to right hand side. So it becomes cos alpha equal to 12 by 13. Now if we represent this in a right angle triangle, and if this angle is alpha and this is right angle, now cos alpha is 12 by 13. So adjacent side is 12 and hypotenuse is 13. Now you can find the third term by finding the difference of the squares of these terms and taking square root of that term. So square of this term is 169, and since it is hypotenuse, we have to subtract square of this term, which is 144. So that gives us 25, and taking square root this term, we get it as 5. We want a tan inverse. So let's write tan alpha to get tan inverse. So tan alpha is 5 by 12. So our alpha becomes, when we write tan in the right hand side, it becomes tan inverse of 5 by 12. Okay. So we have converted cos inverse of 12 by 13 into tan inverse. See, here both the terms are alpha. Therefore, what we have is cos inverse of 12 by 13 equal to tan inverse of 5 by 12. Let this be equation number 2 and let this be equation number 1. So our left hand side is 2 tan inverse of 2 by 3. So where we have left the term, so let's write the term first. Cos inverse of 12 by 13. So simplifying this term, we have the term as tan inverse of 12 by 5. So that is tan inverse of 12 by 5, and this one is tan inverse of 5 by 12. You can see that here the terms are reciprocal of each other. So if I write the term as cot inverse, so what I get is cot inverse of 12 by 5. Now why to write the term as cot inverse? Because writing it as cot inverse, we have the same number 12 by 5 in both the terms, and we have one property as tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. So whenever this term is same and we have one term as tan inverse and the other as cot inverse, the value is pi by 2. So tan inverse 12 by 5 plus cot inverse 12 by 5, the number is same, so this becomes pi by 2, and pi by 2 is our right hand side, which is right hand side. So this is the answer. Prove that tan inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 3 tan inverse of 11 by 2. So to solve this question, first let's multiply both sides by 3, so that this 1 by 3 will get cancelled. So that is to prove that 3 tan inverse of 1 by 2 equal to tan inverse of 11 by 2. Now multiplying by 3, as we get in the left hand side 3 tan inverse of half, we can write this term as tan inverse half plus tan inverse half plus tan inverse half to use the property of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So our left hand side is now 3 tan inverse of half, and let's write this as tan inverse of half plus tan inverse of half plus tan inverse of half. Okay, this is the trick. Now you can use the property and you yourself can simplify the term and you will get the right hand side. So let's solve it. So this becomes tan inverse of, let's check for xy. Xy is half into half, that is 1 by 4, which is less than 1. So using the property, we have it as half plus half. You can write the property here. So now I am not writing the property, but we are using the property. And let this term be as it is. So simplifying the terms, we get tan inverse of half plus half is 1. Here we have 1 minus 1 by 4 plus tan inverse of 1 by 2 as it is. So that becomes tan inverse of 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 4 is 4 minus 1, that is 3 by 4 plus tan inverse of 1 by 2. Now reciprocal of the term is 4 upon 3 plus tan inverse of 1 upon 2. Now again we have tan inverse x plus tan inverse of y. So again we have to check for xy. So xy here is 4 by 3 into 1 by 2, which is 2 by 3, again less than 1. So use the same property again. So that becomes tan inverse of 4 by 3 plus 1 by 2 upon 1 minus 4 by 3 into 1 by 2. So which is tan inverse of, again this adding these terms, we get 8 plus 3 divided by 3 into 2, that is 6, divided by 1 minus, instead of cancelling this 2 here, I am writing it as 4 by 6, multiplying these two terms and these two terms to get the denominator same, so that we can simplify very fast. So that becomes tan inverse of 11 by 6 divided by 6 minus 4, that is 2 by 6, and this 6 get cancelled and we get the value as tan inverse of 11 upon 2, and which is our right hand side. See, if a fraction is given, we can multiply by reciprocal of the fraction to both sides to make it simple term, and we can use it as tan inverse plus tan inverse plus tan inverse, and we are using the property twice here. Okay, so this is your assignment. Prove the following. 3 questions are given. In the first one, I am giving you the hint. In the first one, convert sine inverse into tan inverse. So how to convert that? So take sine inverse of 3 by 5 as alpha. So 3 by 5 will be sine alpha. So sine alpha means, if this is alpha, then this is 3, this is 5, 3, 4, 5 is triplet. So tan alpha becomes 3 by 4 and alpha will be tan inverse of 3 by 4. Alpha means sine inverse of 3 by 5. So this term will become tan inverse of 3 by 4, and 2 tan inverse of 3 by 4 you can write it as tan inverse 3 by 4 plus tan inverse 3 by 4 and use the property and you will get the answer. Here also same property you can use. Here you have to write the or use the property thrice. This for tan inverse plus tan inverse, and again you are adding this tan inverse to that term. So like that. Here also use the same trick. Convert this cos inverse into tan inverse and use the property of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y to get this term. So you can solve these questions on your own. So please solve this question. Okay. Thank you. We will see you in the next video.